गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन. यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन. यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावन यमुना तीरावनचारी. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. ताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताय गौरंग की जय. लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा देव अनंत देव की जय. श्रीनिवास गोविंद की जय. श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय. नरसिम्हदेव की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. अष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Today is the auspicious occasion of the appearance of Lord Narsimha Dev. So we all sing this Narsimha song every day. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahladaladadayine. You know where is this mentioned, in which literature? Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha. She prepared for the quiz already. Narsimha Purana. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, somebody sings this. Who sings these two? Namaste Narasimhaya, that 4 lines, and then Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha, those 4 lines. Huh? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sings. Where? No. That is different. I'll come to that. Huh? When he goes to Simhachalam, that's a different set of verses. Jiyad Narasimha. He sings in Jagannath Puri temple only. It seems there is a Narasimha deity on the southern side, on the left as they are entering. So in front of the deity, he offers these 2 prayers. So many times we sing, but it's important to understand the meaning as well. So Namaste Narsimhaya. I offer my respects to Narsimha Dev. Prahlada Ahladadaine means he gives Ahlada to Prahlada. Dadaine he gives. And he also does something very strong. Hiranyakashipur Vakshaha Shilatanka Nakhalaye. So what does it mean? Hiranyakashipu Vaksha. Hiranyakashipur Vaksha means the chest of Hiranyakashipu. Vaksha means chest, right? Hiranyakashipu Vaksha Shila. Shila Tanka Nakhalaye means. Shila means what? Shila means it's like a stone, right? So his chest is like a stone. Hiranyakashipur Vaksha Shila Tanka Nakhalaye. Nakha means we know. Nakha means nails, right? Tanka Nakhalaye means his nails are like something tanka. What is tanka? Chisel. How do we, carve this stone? Break the stone with a chisel. It's a very strong equipment. So his nails are like chisels. Tanka Nakhalaye. So Hiranyakashipur Vaksha Shila Tanka Nakhalaye. He ripped apart with his chisel like nails. And then Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha means the Lord is there, here and there also. Next. Yato yato yami tato Narasimha. Wherever I go, I see Narasimha. He is there everywhere. Bahir Narasimha, Hridaye Narasimha. Narasimha Devi is outside and inside our heart also. And then Narasimham Adim Sharanam Prapadye. The original Lord Narasimha Dev, I take shelter of. And then we also sing Tava Kara Kamalavare. So that is written by whom? Jayadev Goswami. So what it beautifully describes, Tava Kara Kamalavare. Kartal we say. Kara means hands. So he's describing Lord Narasimhadeva's hands as Kamalavare, beautiful lotus-like hands. Tava Kara Kamalavare, it has nails, Nakham, Adbhuta Shringam. He's describing his nails. First he's described his lotus hands. You have lotus hands, lotus-like hands, beautiful lotus-like hands. And your nails are Adbhuta Shringam. Shringam means like sharp tips of mountains. So his nails are like having sharp tips, very sharp. Adbhuta Shringam. And then with those nails, what he did? Dalita. Dalita means he ripped apart. Ripped apart whom? Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu. Hiranyakashipu Tanu. Tanu means body. He ripped apart Hiranyakashipu's Tanu, which is like Bhrangam. Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bhrangam. Bhranga means it's a bee or a wasp, it's said. Wasp is it looks like a bee also. So, interestingly, in the first set of verses, his body is compared to like a stone. His nails are compared to like chisels, which can chisel the stone. And in this verse, his body is compared to like a wasp. Hiranyakashipu's body. Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bhrangam. And the Lord's nails, Adbhuta Shringam, he just killed that wasp. Keshava Dhrita Narahari Rupa. O Lord Keshava, you have accepted Dhrita Narahari Rupa. What is Narahari Rupa? Nara and Hari. So interestingly, Hari also means lion. Bhishmadeva Stuti prayers, it is said, Haririva Haririva Hantum Ibham Gatottariyaha. Harir Iva Hantum Ibham. Just like a lion attacks an elephant to kill. So Krishna attacked Bhishmadev to kill him because he is trying to kill Arjun. So Hari means lion. So Nara and Hari, he is the form of half man and half lion. So Prabhupada, he instituted, Narsimhadev is very special in our movement. He instituted the worship of Narsimhadev for protecting the devotees. Even for protecting his health, he requested the devotees to pray to Narsimhadev. In one lecture he gave, I believe during Narsimha Jayanti, he said he was personally planning to go to Japan. And he did go to Japan. Why? For one important purpose, Prabhupada went to Japan. Huh? Right. To print the books. To print Bhagavad Gita, basically. And at that time, the movement was very young. So he's saying, Krishna appears for two reasons, which is Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam. Gives protection to the devotees and kills the demons. So Narasimhadeva will give you protection in my absence. So if they are thinking what we'll do in absence of Prabhupada, he's saying Narasimhadeva will give you protection in my absence. I'm now going to Japan to get some books printed personally. And after that my program is to go to India. And then, so my advice to you, I am old man. So even I may not return. You shall continue this Krishna consciousness movement. This is eternal. And I shall request you to keep the standard as I have already given you. The program, the deity worship, the kirtana, the street sankirtana, distribution of literature, books. You should carry on this program with great enthusiasm. That is my request. So Narsimhadev will give us protection. And we see it has happened also in the movement when there was this deprogramming was being done. Remember, in those days, the devotees, they were kidnapped because they joined the movement. And the parents hired people, they were called as deprogrammers. The starter of that deprogramming mission was Ted Padrick. He would kidnap these devotees and he would, even torture them, mentally try to brainwash them and try to engage them in sense gratification and all those kind of things. So at one point even government was supporting. So in one conversation, so this Brahmananda is saying to Prabhupada during those days when the deprogramming was happening, 2 states have now passed laws that making this deprogramming legal. Not illegal, legal. 2 states have passed law and have also given them tax exemption. That means the government is giving support. And they are even talking that maybe the government will give financial grant. Prabhupada, yes, they are afraid that these Krishna conscious men may capture the government. And then he said, yes, that's a fact. Well, let us see. It is a fight between Krishna and demon. Let us do our duty and chant Hare Krishna. Everything will be all right. There are so many demons. Prahlad Maharaj was 5 years old boy and his father such a big demon. The fight was at home. Still, Prahlad Maharaj gained victory. Similarly, you're all Prahlad Maharaj. And your fathers are great demons. The fight is there. Chant Hare Krishna. Depend on Krishna. You will come out victorious. Narsimha Deva will come. If we become victorious, then it will be a great victory. So Narsimha Deva will come and protect you, Prabhupada said. And these things have actually happened. One such instance we already know, we read that in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Narsimha Deva does come to protect his devotees. Chandkazi pastime, right? So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes to the house of Chandkazi, why does he go? Civil disobedience movement, because Chandkazi now obstructed performance of Sankirtana. So he goes there, and then there is a conversation, as we know, that why do you kill your father and mother? And Chandkazi says, okay, this kind of things. You also have, cow sacrifices. All this kind of discussion happens. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asks an interesting question. The question he asks is, you recently stopped obstructing this Sankirtana. Why do you do that? Why did you do that? So Chandkazi is saying, when I went to that Hindu house, when I broke the drum and forbade the performance of congregational chanting, in my dreams, that very night, I saw a greatly fearful lion, roaring very loudly, his body like a human being and his face like a lion. While I was asleep, the lion jumped on my chest, laughing fiercely and gnashing his teeth. Placing its nail on my chest, the lion said in a grave voice, I shall immediately bifurcate your chest as you broke the mridanga drum. You have forbidden the performance of my congregational chanting. Therefore, I must destroy you. Being very much afraid of him, I closed my eyes and trembled. Seeing me so afraid, the lion said, I have defeated you just to teach you a lesson, but I must be merciful to you. On that day, you did not create a very great disturbance. Therefore, I have excused you and not taken your life. But if you perform such activities again, I shall not be tolerant. At that time, I shall kill you, your entire family, and all the meat eaters. After saying this, the lion left, but I was very afraid of him. Just see the marks of his nails on my heart. After this description, the Qazi showed his chest. Having heard him and seen the marks, all the people there accepted the wonderful incident. And then the Qazi said, I did not speak to anyone about this incident, but on that very day, one of my orderlies came to see me. After coming to see me, the orderly, probably the servant, said, when I went to stop the congregational chanting, suddenly flames struck my face. My beard was burned, and there were blisters on my cheeks. Every orderly who went gave the same description. And then the Qazi is saying, after seeing this, I was very afraid. I asked them not to stop the congregational chanting, but to go sit down at home. So since that time, and after that Chandkazi incident with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course Chandkazi becomes a devotee. He orders never to stop Sankirtan movement, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted those two shlokas in Jagannath Puri. But when he went to South India, he visited a place called Simhachalam. That is near another famous place called Vishakhapatnam. Famous devotees come from there. So he went and chanted some nice verses there. It's very important to recollect those. So there he chanted these verses. Yeah. नरसिंह देखिया कैला दंडवत प्रणति प्रेमावेशे कैला बहु नृत्य गीत स्तुति. After seeing the deity of Lord Narsimha in the temple, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered his respectful obeisances by falling flat. Then, in ecstatic love, he performed various dances, chanted and offered prayers. And then he started these prayers. Sri Narsimha, Jai Narsimha, Jai Jai Narsimha, Prahladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Bhringa. Then we'll chant all this. Before that, in the purport, Prabhupada mentions more. So what this means? Sri Narsimha, Jai Narsimha, Jai Jai Narsimha, Prahladesha, he is the Lord of Prahlada. Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma, Bhrunga. Like a honey bee, Mukha Padma, Bhrunga, he is always engaged in beholding the lotus-like face of he is like a honey bee. Usually the devotee like a honey bee drinking the face of Lord Narsimhadev. But in this case, the description is he is become a honey bee and beholding the lotus-like face of goddess of fortune. Jaya Padma, Padma Mukha, goddess of fortune, Padma. So it is mentioned, and then Prabhupada mentions in the purport, the following verse was composed by Sridhar Swami in the commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam 10.87.1. Vagisha yasya vadane lakshmir yasya chavakshashi yasyaste hridaye samvit tam nrsimham aham bhaje. Lord Narsimhadev is always assisted by Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and he is always embracing to his chest the goddess of fortune. So he is assisted by whom? By devotees? Huh? He is assisted by Saraswati. He is always embracing whom? Goddess of fortune. And then Prahlada Hridayahladam Bhakta Vidya Vidaranam Sharadindu Ruchim Vande Parindra Vadanam Harim. Prahlada Hridayahladam, that we know, gives pleasure to Lord Prahlad Maharaj's heart. Bhakta Vidya Vidaranam. What does it mean? Bhakta's avidya, he removes, kills the nations that attacks the devotees. And Sharadindu Ruchim Vande Parindra Vadanam Harim. His mercy is distributed like moonshine, and his face is like that of a lion. And then this is another verse Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quotes, praise, very important. Ugropi anugra evayam svabhaktanam nrukeshari keshariva svaputanam anyesham ugra vikramaha. So what this basically means is, like for example, there is a ferocious lion in a you have contained it inside the bone, right? And so you sent a small child inside. So just imagine the situation. There is a ferocious lion, and then you sent inside a small child. You cannot even imagine what will happen, right? So the exact same thing Brahma has done. He pushed small child Prahlad in front of Narsimhadev, Narsimha Dev is like so angry at that point. But the moment Prahlad Maharaj went, Prahlad Maharaj was not afraid at all. And this is the reason why this is a shloka is the reason why he was not afraid. Why he was not afraid? Huh? Very good, very good. So why he is not afraid? Others may be afraid of lion, but the own cub, he will come and jump on the lion. He will play with the lion. So the cub is not afraid of the lion. So Prahlad Maharaj, he is my Lord, my own father, eternal father. For others, ugropi anugra evayam svabhaktanam. He is very ugra for others. Ugra means terrible, ferocious. Although very ferocious, the lioness is very kind to her cubs. Similarly, although very ferocious to non-devotees like Hiranyakashipu, Lord Narsimhadeva is very, very soft and kind to devotees like Prahlad Maharaj. So Narsimhadeva's fierce form is meant for non-devotees and demons. For us, he is like the Shanta. The moment Prahlad Maharaj went, he became overwhelmed. Narsimhadev became overwhelmed with softness and love for him. And he put his lotus hand on Prahlad Maharaj. Swapadamule patitam tamarbhakam vilokya deva kripaya pariplutaha utthapya tatchirshniya dadat karambujam kala hi vitrasta dhiyam krita bhayam. So Swapadamule patitam, Prahlad Maharaj is falling on his feet. Tamarbhakam vilokya, he saw that small child, and he brought him up and placed Adadat Karambujam, his lotus hand. That lotus hand which is Kalahi Vitrasta Dhyam Krita Abhayam. That lotus hand is like people are all affected by this snake of Kala. Kala is like snake which can consume us. And everybody is afraid of this snake. So this Kala hi vitrasta dhyam, we are all consumed by that anxiety. And Lord Narsimhadev's, he will give Krita Abhayam. He will grant fearlessness from that kind of mentality. So when we take shelter of Narsimhadev, we become fearless. We should take shelter of Narsimhadev. When at one point in Chaitanya Charitamrita, they were chanting Vishnu Sahasranama in Srivas Thakur's house. So they were also chanting Vishnu Sahasranama. So the Lord's names are unlimited. So it is said that when is Narsimhadev name there? Anybody? Vishnu Sahasranama? Yes? What is the name? Narsimha? Huh? Same Narsimha only? One name is there. Okay. So it is said, Srivas Pandit was performing the Shraddha ceremony for his father. It was during the Shraddha ceremony. And as is customary, he was hearing the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. So if you want to hear 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, very special occasion. At that time, Gaurahari appeared on the scene. And he also began to hear the 1,000 names of Vishnu with full satisfaction. When he thus heard the holy name of Lord Narsimha, what happened? So there is Narsimha name, obviously. So he heard, and then what happened? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became absorbed in thought, and he became angry like Narsimha Prabhu. Narsimha Prabhu, in his angry mood, his eyes became red, his bodily hair stood on end, all the parts of his body trembled, and he made a thundering sound. All of a sudden, he took a club, and people became greatly afraid, thinking, we do not know what kind of an offense we have now committed. And then what he did with the club? Madhav Murari? But then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu adjusted his thoughts and sat down on his seat. Became Shanta again. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would become like this many times. Sometimes he would become like Varahadev. He would, take a water jug and put it on his, just like Varahadev lifted the earth, he would do like that. And sometimes he would take the mood of Hanuman, and he would chastise, hey, foolish Ravana, you dare to take in Mother Sita, I'm going to kill you. How dare you? So like that he would enact all these kind of things in the mood of the Lord and his devotees. So I'll stop here. Anyone has any questions or comments? Yeah, Dharmaraj. Yeah, yeah. Padma Mukha, Padma Bhringa. Prahladesha means he is the Lord of Prahlada, right? Jaya means all glories to him. Padma Mukha, Padma Bhringa. See the beautiful composition. Padma means goddess of learning, Padma. She's got Mukha Padma. What does it mean? Her face is like a lotus. First Padma means it refers to goddess of fortune. Second Padma means it's referring to her lotus-like face. So Padma's Mukha Padma Bhringa, just like a honeybee tastes always the nectar from the lotus. So he is beholding the lotus-like face of goddess of fortune. Is that your question? No. Prahlad Esha. He is the Isha of Lord. Narsimha Dev is described as Prahlad Esha. You are saying something? Is that okay? Simha in Vishnu Sahasranama. Narsimha. Okay. नरसिम्हा चतुर्दशी महोत्सव की जय, शीला प्रभुपाद की जय, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।